I go to work, bitch.
Hello and welcome back to Stoneblock 2. We are continuing with Immersive Engineering. We have made a few changes inside of here now. We'll show you them, but I'm going to be showing you how to make the water wheel. Thank you very much. Let's have quarantine and close the door. Thank you. Right, so what we've done is we've made this one big room now. And we've got rice growing on one side and we've got tomatoes growing on the other side. We haven't decided what we're going to do in here yet, but at least we've got our food sorted. The other side in here, in all these rooms here, we've done nothing. They're basically exactly the same as they were when we last showed you, but we've changed a lot down here. We've dug the floor down a bit deeper all the way across. We have moved our coke furnace, coke ovens around to here. These are working, these are now full, so I need to work a way of getting the liquids out. I'm going to look into that later. These down here, these are thermoelectric generators. There is a line of water one side and a line of lava the other side, which you get electricity from, or you build your RF from, which then charges all these up. These aren't brilliant, these are cheap to make, but they do not produce a great deal of power. This on the other hand, 88 RF per tick. This is what we're going to be showing you. I will show you this, but mainly it's going to be this first. So I've closed this off mainly because I like things to be nice and tidy. So we've got all our batteries in here. We've got our low volt batteries that side and medium volt batteries this side. So the water wheels, as they turn around with the water, I'll show you how to place the water down to get this turned into the maximum amount of RF per tick. To our kinetic dynamo, which then generates our electricity, sends it across from this medium volt wire connector, which you can only connect one wire to our medium volt wire relay, which you can connect a multitude of wires to, and then all these wires are then run. These are our inputs because these all have little blue tags on them, and this is our output. At the moment our output is going nowhere, but I have put down a battery by site click and then put a energy transfer node on top because I needed to get some power quickly through to our farm, so I've used this technology for now, but the rest of it I'm hoping I can run from cables which I'll run up through the roof and all the way through all the rooms. So this is our objectives. This is what we're going to try and make with the various water supplies down to keep it turning to the best possible output we can. Come on, Bingo, free come. Thank you very much. Now, normally I do this in our tutorial room, but because they stand quite tall, I've had to build another little room that's tall enough so that I can build it in there. I just love the fact that that man just does not wait, he just barges straight past. He's so polite, you know, get out of my way, I'm coming through. So if we go through our farm here, it does get a bit laggy. Come through to this area here. This is where I'm going to show you how to build it. Now, I am in creative because this is going to be destroyed afterwards. I've already built mine. To make these parts are quite easy. You should have the booklet that I showed you from the last episode. It should give you most of the information you need, although sometimes if you don't know what you're looking for, it can be a bit daunting. But here we go. So I'm going to use polished andesite for the outside. I'm going to use polished diorite to show you where to place your blocks on the inside so that you can actually put the water source down, because you've got to do it a certain way. I've got some glass, you can see everything working. You don't need to use glass, I'll just use glass so you can see how it all works. You need a kinetic dynamo and you also need the water with itself. You will need 3 of these to make it work. You can use 1, but 3 is better. Now, you need to make sure you have an internal space of 3. So it needs to be 3, I believe, by 7. So we need to make it 5 wide, because you're going to have sides down here, because you've got your 3. And then this needs to be 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which will then give you an internal of 3 by 7. 3 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These need to be 8 high. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, damn, I forgot to take the extra bit out on the roof. Let's just quickly do that. I mean, I'm in creative, so it doesn't really matter. I need to do this all the way around because I need you to see how I'm placing everything. And there we go, Mr. Bingo in the corner there, just watching. Not doing very much. He likes to watch. I bet he's watching YouTube right now. Maybe he's watching some previous videos of mine.
YouTube.
If I was playing another game, then maybe Battlefield 4 or something like that.
One, two, mate, if I was playing now, you'd bloody hear
6, 7, 8. Right, okay.
Isn't that quiet
2,
games?
3.
I'm just sitting there.
6, 7, 8. So that needs to come across here, like so. This needs to come up. Oh, 8 as well. Bingo loves these types of builds, he really does. I wouldn't be surprised if he actually falls asleep. And he's gone already. Oh, no, he's awake again.
Yeah. I normally stand on a little podium in the corner. There's kind of a small. I don't know. I'll kind of. Where do I put mine? I'll put myself in the wall.
Right then, what you must remember, and this is important.
That way.
You must choose 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's the middle. You must do 2 up from that, and this is where you place your kinetic dynamo. Now, if you place your kinetic dynamo so that this is pointing inwards, because the wheels need to attach to this. If you point this way when you place it, that will point it this way. And this way would be this way, and from the top would be up. So you really do need to face the way you want to place the wheels on. So when you place these wheels on, that's where it's going to sit. Right then, so once we've done that, you can basically block this back off by glass, because there's nothing else that is going to need to be connected. The only thing we've got to do now is put some extra blocks on the bottom here for the water sources, and then connect the wheels on it itself, and then it will all work. So we can block all these off, and so I only use glass so you can see how it works. I like to see it working, I do. I think it's quite nice. If you spend the time to make it, then you should show it off. So we'll just block these up, and here, and here, and here, and we'll just put a little line down. Oh, little line down here, so I can then show you how this works. Now, what you need to do is, I did say that you're going to need to place some blocks on the floor. I'm going to use a polished diorite, so you can see. You place 6 on the floor this side, 2 in. You place 1 on this side here. You also need to place some at the top here as well, but we will get to that as we start to build this together. So we can basically place this glass all the way up here now. There's no need for anything else. Oh damn, not close enough. It will be a bit laggy in here for me because
a lot of glass.
Well, it's not that, it's just that all these farms out here use quite a lot. Oh, excuse me. Coronavirus. Whew. Right then. Let's leave that like that. Now we can place our wheels on. I need to place 3 on here. Oh, I'm in the way. 3. So 3 would be the ideal amount. I don't know if you can get away with putting more on it. I just know with 3 of them on there, you will get 88 RF per tick. I don't know if it'll actually turn if you put anything more on that. We can now block this off. Now the next thing we need to do, where you've got these 2 blocks at the bottom, you need to put 2 blocks at the very top. So these 2 blocks here, I do believe I've not made this tall enough. I've made it too tall. Yes, I may have made this too tall. No, that can't be right, because if it was down any lower, it'd be too low. Yeah, that must be right. I thought for a moment then I'd messed up. Right, so what we want to do is, we will need to place 3 blocks like that. And then we need to place 2 like this. And I have made this one too high. Yeah, how have I managed to do that? One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8. Ah, yes, because it's meant to be glass up here. That's the mistake I've made. Because this is supposed to be the top and it's meant to be blocked off. So I'll do it with glass, just so it doesn't. Oh, let's not do that with glass, because then it'll look really weird and out of shape, and it'll just give me a complete mind meld. So right, so now you've got this. Let's just put this glass in here. You need to put water against this because you need it to be turning. So if you get your water and you place 1 on there, 1 on there, and 1 on there, then place your box in here, you can see now that because we've got a water source sitting right on these blocks here, it's pushing straight over the top. So what we want to do now is we want to put another 3 blocks across here. And then to give it some extra vavavoom, we're going to place 3 water sources underneath here as well. Don't worry, we'll come out this hole, but we can block it back off again. So now, if you have a look at this, it is spinning a little bit faster. So when we put that through, it was spinning. Now it's spinning that little bit faster because it's got a water source pushing over the top and now a water source pushing past these straight down. So you've got 2 lots of water sources. Now you can, if you want, place water sources on here as well to push across here, but I do believe you're not probably going to need that because with the water coming down and going over this, it's pushing straight past it. Now here it can be a little bit tricky. You need to place water on these that's going this way. So 1, 2, 3, and then place that down there. And then because you want water pushing against this, because you need water coming this way, I might be able to do it from here. You should see it spin that little bit faster. So 1 there, and try and get one against that one there. Yep, got it. Now if you place the water the way I've just done, it should spin this at its fastest it will possibly go. There is no other areas in here where we can put water because you can't get water to go up. You can only get water to go across and round and under. You can't get water to go upwards. Well, not yet anyway. Might be something to come, who knows. So once you've placed the water down all around like I've just shown you, that should be spinning as fast as it could possibly spin. You can't make it go any faster than that. Although there'll probably be some mods that come out that will make it go travel faster. This will say it's producing no RF per tick. I know it is because it seems to be a glitch with this for some unknown reason. Now what you will need to do, if I go into here, excuse me, I'll got a bit of a, I don't know if I've got a bit of hay fever going on here. Immerse. Right, where are we? No, I'll tell you what, I need to do it in here. So if I put, let's do LV or N, let's do LV. LV, right, so this should give me all the stuff I need. So I'm going to need that, and I need that, and I'm going to need that one as well. And I'm going to need, I need a capacitor that I called a battery, which is the wrong thing to call it. So what you need to do is now you want to get your power out from this and into this, for instance. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this over here. I want to show you how this is done. Now you place this on here, which is now getting power, but you need to place it also, in fact no, we'll just stick it straight on here. This blue means it's input. If you get your hammer, your engineer's hammer, and you click the side, it gives you another input. That is an output, and that is obviously nothing. So blue input, the orange or the yellow, whatever colour you want to call it, amber is the output. Click it a third time and then there's no connection. So that's how you change the inputs and outputs on these. So you get your LV wire, your low volt wire, click on there, right clicking, and then right click on here. Now that should be charging up our little LV capacitor. Obviously if you're going to use the medium volt, you'll need to use the medium volt connectors for it, the wire connectors, as well as the wire, as well as the medium volt capacitor, and the same with the heavy. So you've got low, medium, and I don't know if it's heavy or high, I think it's high. So to use them, you must make sure that you use the correct connector, as well as the wire, as well as the capacitor, otherwise it will not work. So as you can see, one water wheel made, connected and working, and it doesn't take long to build that up, although I would imagine it won't be able to kick out as much as our big reactor's doing, but this is just because Bingo Head Josh, who's asleep up there in the corner, was having a little having 40 winks up here, sleeping, minding his own business. Wanted his own little
KFC alone.
KFC alone, yes, okay. So I'll leave that in there, I'll come and destroy that later. So that's what we did with ours. It's no different to what ours is in here. So I'm going to do what he does, click it and then run straight for the door and let him close it. It's only fair, it's 2 at a time. So all I've done in here is, there is our low volt wire connector, one cable across to the low volt wire relay, and because you can connect more than one to this, whereas this you can only connect one. This you have to connect, you can connect with multiple times. These then all run down to each of these batteries on the side here. All these are blue, our inputs, the same as this side. Should all be blue. I don't know why they're not showing blue on this side, but these are all our inputs from that one, and this is all our inputs from this wheel. And then these are on the top here are our outputs, which run up to a separate connector there, a separate relay, which is waiting to be connected up to our base we have in here, or our quarantined safe area.
Yeah.
I'll have to shut that one. So there you have it. It is quite simple, it's quite easy, it's not hard. I would imagine the hardest part is making the creosote to make the bits and pieces that you need. The materials at this stage in the game for us is easy, because we have been doing this for a few months now, and we have been building up loads and loads and loads of resources ingots, you name it, we've got it. Plus we've also got a transmutation table, so you make one battery, put it in there so it learns it, pull yourself out as many as you want. Just keep firing your diamond blocks in and your emerald blocks in and your draconium blocks in and your awakened draconium blocks in, which have higher EMC value, and it'll just keep building it up. So you've only got to make the one and then you can fire it in there and pull out as many as you want. We could have had loads of stuff down here, but we don't need it. We don't need it. So I hope you found that entertaining. I hope you found this answering a few questions that maybe other tutorials have not answered, but I think I've tried to cover everything I possibly can. Please like, subscribe, make a comment.
Yay.
Do something.
Do something.
But that is how easy it is to make the wheels, and that is how easy it is to make these. Like I said, you should have it. I don't need to be showing you how to make every single little item now. I haven't this time round, because there's so many little bits and pieces that we've needed to do, and I didn't want this to be another hour-long video.
And also, if they just press E, they can just search in what it is and know how to make it.
Well, that's it. This is what this book's for. We showed you at the very, very beginning. I think it was
oh yeah, the book shows you as well.
A book and a lever, which gives you this book here, which is the engineer's manual, and in here it should have everything you need to know in here. Everything. So hopefully next time I'll be able to plumb these up to make these automatic, I hope. So the wood would automatically feed in, and we could use the creosote oil in somewhere else. Plus we'll start using the creosote oil. Oh yeah, almost forgot, sorry. These down here. Now these down here, let me just take this out so I can show you what it's all about. Now, as you can see, there's water source one side and there's a lava source the other side, because this uses heat and cold to produce RF. Again, there's a problem with this plugin, I think, because it's showing 0 RF, and we know it's kicking out because there we go, it's got power in there. The hottest liquid you could find, which happens to be lava, is the best source to have with these. The best source to have on the cold side would be an ice block, but I don't have any ice around here or any ice blocks, but I have plenty of water, so I used water. If you put ice here, it would increase the amount of RF, not by a lot, but enough to make a difference. So that's how easy these thermoelectric generators are, and then you just use your wire connector to your capacitor to store your energy, and there we go, it's all gone up to that relay up there, waiting to go out to be pumped around to wherever. But I just thought I'd show you this because this is a very cheap way of doing this. For, well, I wouldn't say early game because you probably won't have the materials you needed, although making these blocks wasn't very difficult. I think it was just some, some brick, some clay and some sandstone, which 4 pieces of sand make sandstone, so it's all, we could have done this at the very, very beginning, but why have all this in here when I've then got to take all it out to put a great big reactor in it? Can give me more power than I can use if I built everything I could possibly build. So, sorry about that. This is definitely the end this time. Like, subscribe, comment. Thank you very much. Continue watching, and thank you for your support. Goodbye.
Yay.
Yay indeed.
Tell me pretty lies.